Hello again, folks, and welcome back to Let's Play Pillars of Eternity. I'm your Game Master Darius. Last we left off, we had kind of gone from bad to worse, in that we no longer have our two allies.
Sure.
And we are now sitting pretty all by our lonesome, with voices in our head. Yeah, that's bad times ahead. Anyway, so there's this bear cave. I'm gonna poke it. Let's go forth and poke the bear. This is a terrible idea. Not go poking bears. Actually, I wonder. I doubt that my character is gonna succeed on stealthing for too long. That is in fact a young bear. Dead guy? Unconscious guy. Probably unconscious. We might want to swap over to the other weapon set real quickly. Just to defend ourselves a little bit better. Alright. There's a damage reduction of 2. Only hit me for 5 slashing, that's fine. Okay, I'm gonna move over here. Just better see the bear. Oh! You know. Ow. Did it. Oh. I've been getting less experience throughout the game. A figure drifts suspended in the musty air of the cavern. Its form and features blur and twist in cascading ripples of incandescence. You feel its energy eddying around your limbs, filling them with a heavy chill. Reach out. Reach out a hand for the spirit. In the moment of contact, you feel as if you have been struck a blow, head reeling as you tumble helplessly into a waiting darkness. Light blooms at the edge of your visions. You feel the sun at your back and the weight of a bow in your hand. You know suddenly that you have come a long way from the Vale, hunting deer. Now you're standing before a cavern and the darkness extends far into the depths. Even so, your friend strides out before you, his red cloak flapping at his heels. You follow, heart hammering in your chest as he leads you deeper into the cavern. There's a roar like thunder echoing around you. Fear seizes you, casts you stumbling back towards the exit, towards light and escape. You see a glint of steel, and there is a sudden terrible flash of agony behind your knee. You scream, stumble, and fall. Your thoughts are chaos, lance through pain, but in the moment of terrible clarity, you see your friend look back from the mouth of the cavern, his dagger daubed in crimson to match his cloak. And then there is a great dark shape above you. Then there is more pain. The vision recedes and you are thrown back into yourself with seemingly relentless force. Resentful force, rather. The corpse lies at your feet and the specter lingers. In the span of energy between you, both of you, you feel a sense of questioning, of confusion, of anger. I'm not a clergyman, so I can't take this. I'll find the man who did this to you, and I'll see him brought to justice. For a moment, the spirit seems to burn bright, and your head fills with a sickly triumph. The spirit seems to weaken with the force of its own exultation, growing fainter and fainter, until you're alone once more. His friend was a dick. Quarterstaff. Mice crawl through eye sockets and old femurs. Huh. So this does seem to have been like an established place of sorts. Like there's a whole ass freaking campfire and all that fun stuff. Alright, what did I just agree to do? Surviving, hearing sounds, no source, tasks. While exploring the Valewood wilderness, I happened upon a small cave where a great bear lived. In this cave, I discovered a half-eaten corpse and a spirit that, through some work of magic, revealed to me the final moments of a man's life. And then I gotta go to the Black Hound Inn as well. I mean, mind you, my character has a lot of things on his own plate. So, might take a little bit before I get to the whole vengeance thing. That was a bandit camp. Was there anything down over yonder, or is this just the way out now? That's a wolf. Alright, damage reduction of 4? I guess I don't necessarily need it to do... Well, no. If I do the burning, that reduces the stuff that they would have reduced from damage. These aged walls appear to have once encircled this entire glade. Only a small fragment remains, and the stairs leading to the top of the structure have crumbled away. Examine it. Heavy bricks are slick with moss, presenting a hindrance to climbing, but the stones themselves seem sturdy enough. Given the right tools, one might easily reach the top. You find a handhold once upon one of the large stones and start to pull yourself up. You make your way steadily up the crumbling ruin and over the top. Hell yeah. Ooh. Loves that dexterity. Lore. Though never as famed as he would claim, the valiant explorer Fulvano was known as an eccentric who wished to see the world. Where possible, he traveled by foot to gain the locals' appreciation for the sights, sounds, and smells of the lands he's passed through. In practice, however, Fulvano often claimed that his explorations proved only that the world outside of the Valian republics was a foul, smelly place that paled in comparison to his homeland. These gloves are said to have belonged to Fulvano, who often found himself in need of some protection as he climbed harsh terrain or maneuvered through forests. While thick enough to provide some warmth, they are meant first and foremost to be flexible enough not to hinder delicate tasks. Scrawled letter. I do not think you will ever see this, but you are right, Fulvano. We should have journeyed south together and been safer for it. I would tolerate all of the gloating in the world if I might live to hear it. I have put myself out of reach of the beasts circling below, but I am done for all the same. Do not think I will rise again. Whoever finds this, pray for me. Perhaps in the next life I shall be a trapper of wolves. Oink. Yeah, more stuff. Oink. So... your inventory is full. So... increasing my dexterity increases my reflex a little bit. Oh, and does increase my action speed and reflex. 6% action speed? That's right. Alright. I ain't gonna complain, I like that idea. Let's climb back down. Climb down. Bring yourself on the side and pick your way back up to the ground level. And just clearing the place a little bit more, getting a little bit more in the way of supplies, I hope. Crafting things, maybe I'll gain a companion that can help me craft potions, I don't know. I think that's it, though. Right. Gotta do some vengeance for a dude. And reach the Guilded Vale. Shouldn't be too hard, I think. Unless we get waylaid. Gonna get waylaid? Guilded Vale is said to be one of the most prosperous villages in the Direwood, full of opportunities for work and wealth. Oh. I have finally reached Guilded Vale. Oh, I guess that quest is done. Zoom out just a smidgen so I can see... Hello? Well, this place looks promising.
You must be one of the new settlers. Welcome to Guilded Vale. You'll be pleased to know that we've had some recent vacancies here.
You welcome everyone this way? The only answer you hear is the buzzing of flies from the tree.
Of course, we'll need to make some inquiries first. The inestimable Lord Radric VII has taken great pains to insulate our town from Widewind's legacy. Have you ever sired a Hollowborn child?
No.
Are you absolutely certain? Lord Radric has made it his first priority to eliminate this scourge from our village. I should warn you, stranger. Here in Guilded Vale, we have a special place for dissidents, charlatans, and those who would hide a curse in our midst.
He steps to the side and inclines his head ever so slightly toward the deformed tree.
His lordship's wife is with child and due any day now. Without his approval, I shan't be able to find you a permanent settlement. It will have to wait until after the birth. We can continue our interview then, after the bell tolls from Radric's hold to signal my lord's new heir. In the meantime, you can find temporary accommodations at the inn, just southwest of here.
You said something about Hollowborn and Widewind's legacy before. I forget that you foreigners do not have this curse in your homeland. The Hollowborn have been a scourge upon the Direwood for almost 15 years now. Children born without souls. Pitiful, dumb things that breathe, barely, but do not truly live. Some say the Hollowborn are a disease. Some say they are a punishment from the gods. In truth, no one knows. But they begin spreading after the Saints' War, and so the name's Widewind's... I hope I'm saying that right. Widewind's legacy stuck in honor of that foul, blasphemous pretender. Lord Radric's decrees may seem strict at times, but he has our best interests at heart. If you have any other questions, do not hesitate to ask. It's important that everyone in the Guilded Vale understand our rules. Excuse me. I've been feeling strange ever since a close call with a Beowick. Is there someone in town who could help?
Whatever your problem, it sounds like a matter for an animancer. However, the only animancer in Guilded Vale isn't in any condition to speak. Consider yourself fortunate. After she failed Lord Radric, we saw to it that she wouldn't profit from the misplaced trust of others. A bad cure is often worse than none at all. But if you're set on finding a bottle of troll piss or a dead Audra pebble to rub on your forehead, you're welcome to check her pockets. A little corpse stink is nothing when you're digging for shit. My advice, however, is to be satisfied that you escaped and leave it at that.
Oh, I cannot wait to get rid of this lord that he has, he seems to be just on his knees for. Before I got here, I saw several people conducting a strange ceremony near some ruins. You want to mind where you mentioned that. Trespassing in Ingwithan ruins is illegal, not to mention dangerous. You probably saw someone attempting some new ritual to appease the gods. People will try anything these days. The wrath have mercy. We certainly have. Sure, alright. Maybe so. Like I said, it's best to stay away from those sorts of places.
Keep out of...
Listen!
2 tolls. Let that be the last.
3. Gods have mercy.
It seems your arrival is ill-timed.
Literally just got here, dude.
3 bells toll only for the death of a Radric. I fear Lord Radric's heir is lost, or else Hollowborn, and so lost all the same. You should tread carefully. Circumstances have changed a great deal.
Don't threaten me, little... No. What do you mean? You come to us at a time of mourning. The legacy has struck at the heart of Guilded Vale. Our efforts to redeem ourselves in the eyes of Barath must be redoubled. What happened? I will know more details when the messengers arrive. Vagaries of childbirth, perhaps, but that is not your concern. And does this affect the Lord's offer to new settlers? I can be sure of nothing right now. I advise you to get some rest, the inn or a stable for all I care. Find me afterwards. I'll know more soon enough. Oh, I really can't wait to be done with you, sir. Let's see. Magistrate Urgent... Urgit? Suggested that I have the rest of the inn. Well, it looks a matter of finding me a place to stay. Everything is at a standstill while he awaits word for the fate of Lord Radric's baby. Seems I have a little choice but to wait and see what comes of it. Okay, so the grayed out ones I think are ones that are just finished. Escape the runes. Somewhere around here. Hearing sounds from the other side. Yep. Fun times. Did I level up? Dang it. I must be relatively close. Hi.
Were you looking for someone in that tree? I could introduce you.
You got a portrait. Strange way to talk about your dead. Half the town's up there now, seems like. No right way to talk about it. I'm looking for someone who can help me feel better. Gives an understanding nod as he takes a long drag of his pipe. My condolences. Bell exhales and turns his attention away, watching the village around him. Here between the roots and are bracelets of twine and bead, wilting flowers, notes half erased by the rains. Not a great place here, is it? Blood moss. Alright, so they decide to hang anyone that they seem to not like or possibly carry curse of this Hollowborn. Fun. I'm gonna save before I go into any houses. Only because, boy howdy, does that seem like a bad idea. A Direwoodian woman is standing in front of the fireplace, humming a quiet tune to herself, or perhaps to her unborn child, who is clearly quite pregnant. She turns her head slightly as you enter.
Hail and well met.
Well, finally, I was starting to think. The woman makes a startled noise once she turns around to see you. Oh, I'm sorry, I was expecting someone else. She gives you a cautious smile. Can I help you? I've arrived in Guilded Vale. I thought I'd get to know the locals. Were you with one of the caravans? Master Odoma's by chance? I was, yes. I'm afraid the rest of the caravan was killed. Alfra covers the mouth with a hand, eyes wide with horror. For a few moments she can manage nothing but a strangled, voiceless gasping, her eyes brimming with tears. I knew. I told her it was a dangerous path to take. Kaliska was always so certain she could take on any danger. Oh, my poor sister. I'm sorry, stranger. I can't believe she's gone. If only I'd called her here. I hadn't called her here. If I hadn't written to her, she might still be alive somewhere. Kaliska mentioned that she thought you needed help. Perhaps I can provide some assistance. She looks at you with some surprise before dabbing at her nose with a sleeve. That's kind of you to offer, but I don't know if I could impose this on you. It's not a small favor. I'm worried about the baby, about the legacy. I told Kaliska as much as I could, but all I know is that for a long time now, every child born in Guilded Vale has been soulless, empty. It happened to so many mothers, and Lord Raedric, he's exiled all of them, calling it a sign of the gods' disfavor. With my Hathort gone, I don't know how I'd manage if I lost my home, too. I hope Caliska could help me. They say Runga, the old midwife, knows a way to prevent the children being hollowborn, but she moved south to Enslog's Compass 2 seasons ago. The journey's too far for me. I can't make it as I am, but I don't have anyone else now with Caliska's gone. Please, can you help me? Hell yeah. Well, if I cannot guide you there, I must at least bring you this cure. Holy shit. Offer up Blinks, eyes wide. You will? Oh, gods bless you. Here, I'll give you coin to pay her with. You needn't trouble yourself with that. I think it's a drink she fashions out of... Well, I'm not sure, but it shouldn't be too much of a burden to carry back. Enslog's Compass is what we call the lagoon to the south. We'll have to cross the woods wilds to get there. That's what keeps me from trying it myself. Thank you again, truly. You'll be saving us both. She sets her hand on her stomach, smiling through tears. And that's how you be a good guy. By order of the Lord of Guilded Vale, all mothers who give birth to hollowborn children will be exiled from the village. Offra worries that she might find herself among their numbers. Guilded Vale, I met Caliska's sister. God damn, though, that's a messed up thing to do, though. Do I poke this? I'm gonna poke this. I'm gonna poke it, but I'm not gonna take anything. I don't know if I need that sugar, but as a thing. Alright. Explore the rest of the village before... I don't know. Anything else, I guess? Then I told her that's not a pistol. Okay. Apparently that was a funny joke. Ooh, actually. Did that affect my faith conviction? Not this exact moment it didn't. Ooh. Name characters. As you near, you feel a vibrant history contained in the essence of this woman's soul. Reach out? Whoa. You see a long, empty road cutting through 2 large crop fields. The air is silent and the land seems too still for early afternoon. This woman walks slowly on the road, leading a horse, curiously looking around. She seems to sense something wrong, but is unable to discern what it is. She stops, sniffing at the air, her nose high. Her brow crinkles and she casts about looking for something. The air is clear, no clouds. She sniffs again, still looking around, confusion clouding her face, mouthing a single word. Fire? She looks out across the fields, her confusion turning to fear. She holds her hand up to block the sun from her eyes and scans the fields again. Not finding what she was looking for, she jumps onto her horse's back, the fear quickly becoming panic. She kicks, sending the horse shooting down the path, which bends around some trees to where the farmhouse should be. She pulls up short, horror now with residence on her face as she stares at the burned and charred mess that used to be her family's home. Tears well in her eyes as she kicks again, racing to the rubble. Oh, hi! Let's not do that again. Are these all corpses? Good lord. You see an emaciated boy in chains, black holes for eyes, staring sightlessly at a wall. A man with a dark coat walks in, a scroll and an oddly shaped quill in his hand. The boy glances at him expressionless, a corpse waiting for animation. The man clucks at him, disapproval clear in his tone. The boy stands, limbs hanging. The man takes the quill and begins to write on the boy's chest, copying sharp, angular symbols from the scroll. The child doesn't flinch as the quill digs into his skin, drawing blood as it goes. The wizard finishes with a flourish and barks some arcane command, setting the symbols to glow dully. The boy cries out, knees hitting the stone hard, his chest burning black and red. Finally, the glow disappears, leaving only hard black scars etched into his skin. He slumps sideways, twitching, eyes facing the back of his skull. The wizard grunts, kicking him on the leg on his way out. The boy lies on the floor until dawn, eyes still black like holes, the twitches growing into convulsive shakes. Am I just in a house full of dead people? Or am I looking at their past? You see a man soar through the air, hitting a nearby wall with a nauseating crunch. He doesn't get up. His attacker, a burly, clean-cut warrior with a carnivorous grin, turns and shoves his fist into the stomach of another assailant, removing another from the impromptu brawl. The bar is a whirlwind of elbows, knees, fists, and feet with no end in sight, and he is in his element. In the corner, 3 smaller men speak quietly, throwing malicious glances at the larger man in the center. He breaks a chair over a tattooed head, cackling. The trio position themselves in 3 parts of the room, and with a terse nod they charge. Unfortunately for them, the man sees them coming. Something in his eyes burns brightly, and all 3 slump to the ground in agony that's all in their minds. The burly man bows to a room of unconscious and incapacitation of the unconscious incapacitated before sauntering off. Off-key whistle trailing behind him. That's a badass right there. Browsers, they're...
I see where you're going with that.
Ah. That's proper locked. I personally will not be reading, because that's a lot of reading. I already do a lot of reading at this exact moment. Although these books do seem to be worth quite a bit.
This calls for a subtle touch.
Ah. Oh, so if our lock... Okay, so if our mechanics is 1, we use 3 lockpicks? If it's 2, we use 1. And if it's 3, we use none? That's interesting if that's the case. Let's see if I can't find the innkeeper before calling it an episode. Oh, excuse me. I'm gonna be here all day if I go investigating the backgrounds of literally everyone around here. I'm gonna guess that that's Pasca, based on the fact that their name is Pasca.
Good day, stranger.
Hello and welcome to the... She looks up. Oh, it's you. Tenfrith told us what you did for him. Such a relief to have him back. I can't thank you enough. Consider yourself a favorite of the house. Discounts on drinks, rooms. Tenfrith said he wanted to whip up something nice for you. He's already back to work in the kitchen. So, what would you like? What do you have for sale? I'm sure you'll find something of your liking. We have the finest cook in the Direwood. Oh. Good. Might be a good idea to get some camping supplies too. I'd like to sell some of this stuff because, let's be honest, I'm not going to use the majority of it. Nope. Right click for details. Oh, I can mask click things. I don't know what that does. I'm gonna guess that most of that's going into mustache. Yes. I don't care for the wand. Hunting bow. Good question would be, do you have a limitation on what it is and you will buy/sell? Oh, you seem to purchase those all right. All right. I'll sell one more of the daggers, one more of this. I'm gonna keep the rapier just in case. One of the hunting bows. I do find it a little bit funny though. 5 copper pieces for a battle axe, but it's... How much for a savory pie? 12 copper pieces for savory pie. Oh, that's why. Max endurance, might, and perception for 150 seconds. That is less than 3 minutes. That's 2.5. Yeah, I'll get some pie. Oh my god. Oh wait, this it is better than mine, but oh, that recovery speed. I'm gonna guess that recovery speed is going to be affected by okay, it's alt click in order to move over things. Okay. Oh, hello. Last with 2 rests, perception and mechanics, Direwood's Pride, which will increase resolve by 2, or just common room for 0. Oh, we can recruit it. Wait. Level 1 of it. Can we make our own adventurers? We can make our own party? Oh, this is a lot. Alright. And I leveled up. I'm going to go ahead and call an episode here. When we return, okay. Make our own party? I guess? And my own personal leveling up, which is probably a good idea. Thank you everyone so very much for watching. I hope you're all enjoying the series as much as I'm loving playing it. And as always, I hope to see you all in the next video. Take care. Cheers.